Hello everyone, it's your girl Lady Naomi. I am doing the star review now, honey. I'm paying a little homage to Miss Carlotta with this hairdo, honey. Okay. You know Miss Carlotta always wear her wigs, honey, her different wigs, honey. I don't know. For some reason I relate a lot more to the show Star. I love the show Star. I think it's my personal favorite out of the two. I wrote, and I could tell because I wrote so much more notes on Star than I actually did on Empire. For some reason, I don't know. It just came more natural to me to write the notes on Star than Empire. So it started off with the dream sequence. Now I love Star. The reason why I love Star because they have the amazing dream sequences in the beginning when they fantasize them being these big stars, or it's always like a music video type of setting. The choreography is amazing, the singing is amazing, and everything like that. So I love that aspect of it. That's like one of my favorite parts of the show, that they show like the dream sequence, them fantasizing and being in celebrities already. Okay, and so it started back. Last season ended with someone killing the three people. So this Cotton's father, his girlfriend, and the football player. Cotton's father walks in on the football player who used to mess with Star, screwing his girlfriend, the one that acted like she was an immigrant, couldn't speak a lick of English, but she ended up speaking English, perfect English. So it was like she was playing Cotton's father the whole time. So this person shoots them all. Okay, and I get to that at the end, honey, because it was a revelation at the end, and I didn't expect it to be who it was at the end. I don't think none of us did, guys. I think we were all shocked and dismayed by that, honey. So Miss Bruce is a mess, honey. So Miss Bruce is a mess. I love Miss Bruce, Miss Lawrence, honey. I just could relate to that character a lot. I grew up in the New York club scene and stuff like that. Everybody knows I'm a trans woman. I grew up in the scene, and a lot of the girls are shady like that. We used to read like that and cut up like that back in the day. So I can relate to the shady banter and the queen talk and all that. And okay, so they go to pick up Cotton, which is played by Maya Scott. Cotton's character from prison. Now, in the last season, she robbed her boyfriend / sugar daddy / trick for $20,000 to get a sex change process going. I guess they did it, and then when she woke up, they put her in jail. Now she has to pay restitution for $20,000. Okay, so so Miss Bruce asked her, "How much trade did you have in there, girl? Okay, how much trade did you have in there, honey? Because everybody knows the girls go to jail, especially as beautiful as Miss Cotton is, honey. She had some trade of life in there, darling. She had the trade up in there, baby. Okay." And Naomi Kim, I love her character, and she plays a very rich socialite, record executive wife. I think she was so socialite, and she came from money. So I love her character that she plays in it as well, guys. I think that's brilliant writing. So yes, when she was Maya Scott was in jail, she was put in protective custody. Okay, so well, I don't know how it is in the other states, but in Connecticut, if you have a sex change, you will go to a woman's jail. I believe they do put you in a female's jail, but protective custody. I don't know if they will put you with population. They wouldn't put you in a man's prison if you had a sex change. That's straight up, okay? So that was a little creative writing on that part. So she said she wanted to go to the man's side because they threw acid on her. I thought she was in a woman's part, but I think they had her in protective custody, and some shady queens threw some acid on her back, honey. And so they put her in population with the guys. And her mother said, I know you were all alone in jail. And Cotton said, I wasn't alone, honey. And then they show her walking down the hallway in the prison. Getting into this guy's cell. The guy was kind of cute, honey. So you know what happened. She got her little jailhouse boyfriend. She be sitting him. She be putting some coins on those books, honey, and be putting some coins on those phone calls pretty soon too, darling. Okay, so I see future scripts coming for that one. He's probably gonna get out and blah 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 blah. Anyway, so let me see what else happened. So Simone is in DCF last season, of course. Simone got taken away from Carlotta because of her criminal past. Boom, 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 boom. She's being bullied in the DCF. She's able to go out during the day, but she has to go there at night. So she's being bullied in there. Getting her stuff, things taken from her and stuff like that. She's being bullied in there. It seems. I can't wait to see what happens to that. So Amaya Scott comes out. They do this welcome home party for Amaya Scott. Carlotta had to remortgage the salon to pay for Carlotta's. To pay for Amaya's lawyer. So she found out about that and she wasn't too happy about that. Her mother did that, so she comes out and she had Sydney Starr with her. And I think it's amazing that they're giving trans women ear on TV now, guys. I think it's so amazing that they're actually giving them some type of ear on TV. They're being seen in a positive light on TV and let people know that we are talented and we have some type of talent in this world today. We're not just prostitutes, call girls, and degenerates of life. So I love that. Even though a lot of people don't like Sydney Starr because she's very colorful, she's very outrageous and vivacious and stuff like that. I happen to love her. I think she's an amazing girl. But I love that aspect that she had a little trans friend, and she also came out with a couple of Butch Queen girls, honey, a couple of Butch Queens dancing around and stuff like that, honey. And then what was that uncle's name? Derek's uncle, I guess must have either spooked Amaya or Sydney Starr or the Butch Queen that was up in Pumps, honey. Butch Queen up in Pumps is a straight gay guy in some high heels, honey. This, with makeup on, but no wig or anything like that. Just, So, I see future scripts written for that. And Bruce was like, Unc was like, I don't play that mess, because he's seen them coming out. And Bruce was like, bye, like that, like, bye, Felicia, like, you don't have to stay around. These are my girls, these are my friends, whatever, honey. And Miss Ruby, Derek's grandmother's an old drunk and an old drug addict, honey, and she was reading the kids for filth, honey. She read Miss Carlotta and she read Star too, honey. She read them down, baby. Oh my God. So Star was brought into not custody, but brought in for questioning to the police station for the murder of her Cotton's father, girlfriend, and her boyfriend. Okay, so she was smart because she had pictures of her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, the football player guy, abusing her in the past and stuff like that. So the cop basically felt sorry for her and let her go because the guy really was abusive, gave her black eyes and things of that nature, right? So then they go to a strip club, guys. Okay. They go to a strip club. They end up going to a strip club, okay? So Amaya Scott is played Dallas. That's her name on the show, okay? So this guy, you know how the thugs be in the clubs, y'all. When they don't spook the tea, they coming up to you and they half drunk and they want to get all up in your tea, honey. They want to get all up in your tea, honey. And yes, and so they coming on to Dallas because Dallas is kind of curvy, honey. Sydney Starr is really curvy and stuff like that. And she was like trying to shoo the guy away, but the guy wasn't catching it, right? So then she put her man voice on, like, "You better get the hell out of here," all manly and stuff like that. And the dude face cracked, honey, because I guess he gagged. He realized what the tea was on that, honey, and was gagging because he looked up and down, still couldn't believe the tea, but he ended up leaving, honey, after that. So that was a key. That was very, very funny. And they say it was a guess that someone that requested Cotton personally. So when Cotton goes into the strip club, he opens the curtain. She opens the curtain, and it's the Asian guy that sent her to jail, the one she owes $20,000 restitution to. And so Cotton acts like she's happy to see the man, and when she gets close to him, she slaps the shit out of him, slaps him to the floor, honey, and turns around and sashays away. So Alex, the black girl in the group, had a miscarriage, and her boyfriend Derek got shot and he's paralyzed from the spine down. Now, rewind back to the cookout. Miss Bruce asked Derek, like, kind of disconcerting wise, how does it feel to be in a wheelchair, and how does it feel not to be able to walk? And Derek got very defensive and said, how does it feel to be a freak? Okay, because Bruce wears wigs like he's a butch queen up in pumps, or a butch queen like to wear makeup. So I thought that was brilliant writing too, because it showed that how straight people sometimes can be homophobic or do homophobic slurs and think it's okay as a retaliation. So I thought that was brilliant writing too. So they go to see the head of the record label. Now, Star sleeps with the head of the record label when it opens up. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. Slept with the head of the record label, honey. This record label that they were supposed to get this $1 million deal with, and they was working with them for 5 months. Nothing ever happened. It was basically a fraud. You know how they have those crackerjack shows, and nothing really happens from them. These fake prizes in the malls and stuff like that, when they, oh, you're gonna win a beauty contest and beauty, Sephora and all this other bull crap, but nothing really happens. So the guy said, told Carlotta, if you make a hot song, I'll make sure you fire, because with what I've seen so far, they haven't really been fired. So they put together this nice song. I love the song, and he's sitting outside the record label, and they catch him outside, and they start singing, and they go into another dream sequence, kind of like a Aladdin kind of theme, dream sequence, and a lot of Bollywood kind of dancing and stuff like that, which I love. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. And then when they come out of the dream sequence and start talking to him, he's like, I love the song, but they just fired me, and they got a new head of AR, honey. The new head of the record label was brought out by somebody, a high up kind of powerful record label producer lady. Her name is Lee Ayanla or something like that. So Carlotta goes to New York, travels to New York to see the Lions. Met up with what's the young Lions, the gay sons. Met up with one of the Lion boys and brought her over to Alanya place, and Alanya's fierce, honey, because she's very fierce. She basically yelled at Jamal, that's his name, Jamal, and Carlotta, and said, don't you ever try to come up here and try to use Jamal's name, the Lion's name, to try to get your foot in the door. I know who who the group is, and I know what the group is about, and I'm gonna deal with it on my own time. Get in touch with my assistant, basically kind of really read her really fiercely, and so I can see where that's gonna go. I see that's gonna end up really fierce at the end. I could tell that it's gonna be some fights about that a little bit. I could see where it's gonna be like some separation between them two, because the lady's really tough. Star shows up to the football player's mother's event. She had some type of charity event for her son, and Star showed up in the same red dress, baby, because the mother's trying to look up Star's old background records, and things of that nature. So shows up to the event and said, I know I got pictures to show what your son did. You trying to paint your son in a different light, and I know who he really is and what he really is and stuff like that. And the mother basically saying, I know you're a murderer, boom, 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 boom. So the gag of it all is, honey, this is the shade of it all at the end. Now, everybody don't know who killed these 3 people, honey. Everybody really don't know who killed these 3 people. And why was it Carlotta? Carlotta killed her baby father, was his Cotton's father, his girlfriend, and Star's boyfriend. Okay, so at the end, I was like, wow, to see that I was gagging to see that that it was actually Carlotta that did it. So I just can't wait to see where this is going to go this season. I wrote a lot more notes on this particular one than the other one. I just had so much more to talk about on this show. Like I said, I like this show a little more better, me personally. I like both shows, but this show is my personal favorite. So I just kind of get into it a little more, guys. But okay, so let's talk about this down below. And these videos will be up tomorrow, okay? And stay tuned next week for the next couple of episodes, okay? Bye-bye.